If you are planning your first Walt Disney World trip, someone has probably told you that EPCOT is a half-day park. You go in the morning, ride a few things, and then you leave. Following that advice is exactly how families end up exhausted, sitting on the pavement by 2 in the afternoon. EPCOT splits its focus between two very different experiences. One half is a cluster of high-tech thrill rides. The other is a massive loop of international food pavilions. Most first-timers find that trying to navigate both on the same day leads to immediate planning paralysis. The core problem is scale. The park is simply too large to conquer without a plan. Attempting to see everything on a whim guarantees that you will burn out long before the evening fireworks. This chart compares the Disney World parks. Magic Kingdom sits at 107 acres. EPCOT is nearly 3 times that size, at 305 acres. On this map of the World Showcase Lagoon, a single lap requires a continuous 1.2-mile track. This architectural model reveals the scale of Walt Disney's original intent. He envisioned a functioning city for 20,000 residents, with an urban center, residential rings, and its own mass transit system. But walking that spread-out concrete layout under the midday Florida sun is a very different experience than looking at a tabletop model. Because you cannot physically see every acre, every choice made at EPCOT is a direct trade-off. You are constantly spending your finite daily allowance of time, money, or physical energy. That spending starts the moment you wake up. Your first major decision is how to secure a ride on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, the highest demand attraction in the park. This decision tree outlines your 3 paths to the major rides. The first branch is joining the virtual queue. It costs $0, but you have to be awake and rapidly refreshing the Disney app at exactly 7 a.m. It guarantees access, but it often starts your vacation day with a spike of digital stress. The second branch is buying an individual lightning lane. You skip the early morning stress, but it hits your budget for $14 to $17 per person. For a family of 4, that is an immediate $60 expense. The third option focuses elsewhere. You skip the Guardians digital race and do a physical rope drop for other attractions, like Frozen Ever After or Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. The financial cost here is 0, but the physical cost is steep. You have to arrive 45 minutes before the park opens, stand in a holding area, and speed walk deep into the park, burning through your group's morning energy reserves before the first ride. Access to EPCOT's best rides is never free. You either pay out of your budget with lightning lanes or with stamina by rushing the gates. If you do choose to rush those gates, where you start dictates your success. Most guests arrive at the main entrance, putting them right next to Spaceship Earth and Future World headliners. This map highlights EPCOT's International Gateway. It is tucked quietly between the UK and France pavilions in the back half of the park. To use this entrance, you have to stay at one of the nearby boardwalk area resorts or arrive via the Disney Skyliner gondolas. Arriving here lets you completely bypass the massive crowds at the front of the park. You walk right into the World Showcase and get immediate first-in-line access to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. But look at the distance from the gateway to the thrill rides at the front. If your priority is Test Track or Guardians, starting back here forces you into a mile-long sprint before you even get in a line. Your entry point directly limits your morning return on investment. You must align where you enter with the specific attraction you want to ride first. By the afternoon, your focus shifts to the World Showcase, and that brings a new challenge: managing culinary fatigue. This quadrant chart breaks down your dining options. Plotted here in the high-cost, high-comfort zone is booking a heavy sit-down table service meal, like Teppan Edo or Le Cellier. You get guaranteed air conditioning and a chance to rest your feet, but you sacrifice 90 to 120 minutes of prime park touring time. Looking back at the chart, we can plot the outdoor festival booths in the high-variety, low-comfort quadrant. Grazing these booths offers variety from around the globe, but at $8 to $12 for a small plate, the costs rapidly compound. Additionally, you are usually eating while standing in the Florida heat, without guaranteed seating. And remember the logistics. Sitting down in that air conditioning requires precision planning. The best restaurants book up exactly 60 days in advance. Dining at EPCOT is a direct trade. You give up touring hours to recover physically, or sacrifice physical comfort to get maximum food variety. Surviving EPCOT means building a strategy tailored to the specific people you are traveling with. This scorecard maps optimal approaches. Look at the top row. The family strategist. For families with young kids, the strategy is minimizing walking and avoiding afternoon crowds. You utilize the International Gateway and focus morning energy near the front. Now look at the adult foodie. Without strollers slowing you down, you pay the premium for a Cosmic Rewind lightning lane. Skip the sit-down lunch and spend the afternoon grazing festival booths for maximum culinary variety. In the Florida heat with a tired family, the difference between a successful trip and an exhausting one comes down to decisions made weeks before. To eliminate that in-park stress, I created the Walt Disney World First Timers Complete Planning Guide. It gives you the exact math on these decisions. You get step-by-step itineraries, dining reservation checklists, and actionable strategies for mastering the lightning lane system without wasting your budget. The average Disney vacation costs over $6,000. This guide is a $37 investment to protect that trip. Head to mydisneybrain.com to grab your copy and hit subscribe to build a better vacation.